guys, I really hope you can barely hear everyone talking at my house, but there's people here. They're not gonna leave anytime soon, and I'm just trying to film right now because I have to work out, and once I work out, my bangs are gonna be ugly and everything, so that's fine. So I am doing a video today about my favorite like poetry books. I have 7 of them physically, and then I have 2 that are on Kindle. So that's what we're gonna be doing. There we go. So it could be a little brighter or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is tell you guys roughly what it says in Goodreads, and then read to you like a couple of little like quotes that I like underlined in the book, or that I liked, that I tabbed. What I wanted to say, I had started this video before, but they were talking really loudly, so I had to do it again. Is that I love poetry books and I love what they can do. Okay, so they're starting to get loud again, but I really don't have much time. So I have to do it now. So, I love poetry books because I feel like when you're going through something, whether you're having anxiety, depression, or just sad or whatever, it's always nice to feel like heard and seen, and poetry can do that for you sometimes. But I really hate the fact that most of the poetry that's out there, that, or at least that I've come across, is just about like love and like a breakup with your significant other, which is valid, you know what I mean. There should be poetry about love because we do experience love with a significant other, and we do experience like breakups with significant others, but it's mainly based on those 2 kinds of love. Why are they so loud? Like I said, it's basically like those 2 kinds of love, and it's just like we love our family, we love our friends, we love ourselves, you know what I mean. We break up with friends, we break up with family members, you know what I mean, like we come across, we experience anxiety, grief, like all of these things, depression, you know, like all of these mental health struggles that is just like it's not spoken about enough in these books. So these are like 7 books, I think I said 8, 9, I don't know, poetry books that touch upon like yourself and like figuring it out and like all these different emotions, rather than just like a breakup with a significant other, or like a breakup with like a significant other. I don't remember what I was saying. So I'm just gonna start going ahead. The first book is called I Am More Than My Nightmares. I read this on Kindle Unlimited. Okay, I'll include the picture. Roughly, this is a book about, it says, it's my journey from being engulfed in fear to learning how I let my mind free when it's calling for a break. You know, I still worry and I'm still anxious, but I am more than my nightmares. So, me, I'm worried and anxious all the time. That's literally who I am. That's my personality trait. So, I like this one. It said, I'm not sure if the sun will peek out for me today or hide behind the talking so loud. I'm so sorry. This video is going to be choppy because I'm going to have to stop every time. But one of the quotes says, I am not sure if the sun will peek out for me today or hide behind the clouds, but I know I will see the light again soon. I will. I was in a very dark place when I read this, but I am more so in the light now. I am enlightened. This one says, I fear things I know I will never face, yet I fear them anyways. That's anxiety. Which I thought it's true, you know? And it sucks because like when you experience anxiety, most of the things you fear don't end up happening, so it sucks that you waste so much of yourself like worrying about that. So this is one of the reasons why I love this book, because it like really encapsulates anxiety, and it's just like, you know, we can all go through really hard times, and they don't necessarily have to be because a guy broke my heart or because I fell in, you know. So we can experience it like with the loss of a friendship, the loss of a loved one, whether it be like death or like you're not in your family, in your life anymore for XY reasons. But you know, mental health also works, just like your mind, yourself. Like you can do so much damage to yourself. So this is why I love these books. This one says, how do I explain that I can't go out with you because I'm afraid of the crowd around us? Afraid of the germs, afraid of the stairs, afraid of the possibility of not coming home. How do I explain that I am made up of fear? So, like I said, these are really good quotes. Let's see. I highlighted them on like Kindle in like different colors. I don't know why. This one says, "You're waiting for this rainy, dreary season to change. But just know, when it does, you will thank the clouds for all they taught you and for all the growth you gained." So these are some of the quotes from I Am More Than My Nightmares. Like I said, I love this poetry collection. So if you do suffer from anxiety or anything like that, I really do recommend it. Obviously, not every poem is going to hit like in any collection. But I did really, like I said, enjoy them. Oh, nice. And this one I did not highlight any. So I guess I'll just read to you some random poems. So the next one is called "Losing Myself Brought Me Here." This is what it looks like. I'll include the little picture. This one says that it's about, they're so loud. So feeling lost in life and finding the roads that lead to where you want to go. And I felt very lost. I still feel lost. I still feel like, what am I meant to do with my life? So like I said, these books like always like help. Let's see. I'm trying to find like a little poetry. Okay, let me see a random one. Let's just scroll. Oh, this one's nice. I did not highlight it, but I think it's nice if you are struggling with body image. It says, "I fall in love with places that have importance, so why am I so struggling to fall in love with the body I have always called home?" Like I said, I love these collections because they talk about all these different things and not just like a guy broke my heart. Like I was watching a vlog once, it's like an old vlog by Brittany the Bibliophile, and she was like reading a poetry book, and she's like, it sucks because I can't relate to it, so I don't really enjoy it because I'm in a healthy relationship, and this was all about breakups. So it's just like, I get it. This is another random one I just scrolled, and it says, I haven't even read it to myself, so we're gonna read it together. It says, "What would it feel like to let fear free? Send it off into the wind like a balloon with a string that I am not eager to reach. What would it feel like to let fear go? Throw it out in a bottle into the ocean of unknown." Which, honestly, we all experience fear, and just, honestly, I love these poetry collections. So those are the two that I have on Kindle. I've read a lot on Kindle, but a lot of them, at least for me, have fallen flat and have been like 1 or 2 stars, maybe 3 stars. But like these are the ones that I've like really enjoyed. So to the first one I showed you guys, I Am More Than My Nightmares, I gave it 5 stars, and to Losing Myself Brought Me Here, I gave it 4 stars. But honestly, it's amazing. And then I have The Moon Will Shine For Us Too. This is from like a, I guess, duology, because the first one is called The Sun Will Rise and So Will We, which I think I read and I wasn't like the hugest like fan of. This was more like my style. I gave it 4 stars, and it says, "This is the poetry book you may need if your darkness seems never ending." So even in the back it has a quote. It says, "I know you're afraid of the sun setting and the darkness settling all too soon, but just remember, the moon will shine for us too." So let's see, I like tabbed so many. So we're just gonna open to a random tabbed page. Okay, like this one was dog-eared, so it's tabbed and dog-eared. That means I was really feeling it then. It says, I do not know why I make things so hard when I come this far. Why can I not stick to the task? Why can I not leave things in the past? Why must my mind wander to all the places I no longer want to visit? I am tired of getting so far, only for one thing to push me back in an instant. And that is so true. So when I was like going through this like extremely dark period, I started writing poetry, and you know, I was like, one of them was roughly around like me being like, every time I feel like I'm leaving this darkness, like it sticks its hand out and just pulls me back in. So I guess it resonated. Let's see, another random one. There's something better to be for a friend than a cheerleader for their success. Do not be the person playing pretend while envying all the places they went. You see, it talks about friendship. And then the last one here. I know you're afraid of the... Oh, that's literally this quote. So let's do another one. Something about this feels like happiness. It is the sweet smell in the air. It is the wind blowing my hair in every direction. It is the warmth I soak in behind closed eyelids. I could stay like this forever. Please let me stay like this forever. So it's like when you have a happy moment, and you want to stay in that moment forever. So I loved this book. Next is It's Okay to Feel Things Deeply, which I gave it 4 stars. This was a gift, I think, from Luby's, but I'm not 100% sure. It says its uplifting and positive message helps women cope with depression, grief, anxiety, and stress. So I don't think I didn't tab anything because they're like very like small, like, let's see, little things. It says the nature of feelings. Okay, it says things feel intense, then without warning things feel okay. Like it says, you will feel better. I love that it was like very colorful and very playful kind of thing. It didn't have much to it. It says sing anywhere, and then she's singing I want to dance with somebody, and then it says just dance. If this is a problem, turn off the lights. You know what I mean? It's just like, do what you have to do. And it says make an appointment that you've been putting off, like the little things that give you anxiety. Visit a thrift store, and treat yourself, you know. Reach out to the people around you. They want to be here for you. They might just not know you need them, which I think it's really true, because we can all put a smile on our face and people think like, oh my god, they're okay. Like at work, everyone's always like, oh my god, like you are so calm, and like, do you worry about anything? And I'm like, yeah, I have anxiety, so I don't. But yes. Oh, I think they left, so I think it will be quiet from now on. The next book is Shine Your Icy Crown by Amanda Lovelace. I haven't told you guys who the other ones were from, but whatever. I have another Amanda Lovelace book that I will show you guys. After, this one says, this is a story about not letting society dictate the limits of your potential. So, it says, the only one stopping you from holding the moon in your 2 hands is you. And that is true. We tend to just like stop ourselves. I'm trying to find like a poem that's not too long. It says Big Sister says I can't remember. So I didn't tab this, but it's just like you read one and then like Big Sister is like answering to you. These are short. It says her depression makes her anxious and her anxiety makes her depressed. It's never ending. And then Big Sister says, be as courageous as I know you can be. Fight on with heart. I'm trying to find like somebody shorter. Like this one. Cancel plans make her sigh in relief. Now she won't have to fake it. And then Big Sister says, remember this. It is okay not to be okay. Cry it out, write it all down, scream it into a pillow, tell somebody. Allow yourself to feel however it is that you feel. Honor your emotions so you can finally be set free. So they're just, you know, little poems. This one says, if I decide to be with you, it's not because I think you complete me. I'm already a complete spiritual being without anybody's help. If I'm with you, it's because I think you let in more stardust than storm clouds. What I look for, which is true. You know, we should all feel like complete in ourselves, but it's okay to add someone to us that's gonna make us happy and like add to our life. So we stand. And then let's do the other Amanda Lovelace book, which is Break Your Glass Slippers. Like I said, they're all like tabbed. And it says that this is about women being like magic on their own. Like women are some kind of magic. You are your own fairy tale kind of thing. Oh no, those are names of her fucking books. I am so stupid. It's about overcoming those who don't see your worth, even if the person is yourself. So in the back it says, Dear Prince, if you tried to find me now, you wouldn't be able to. You see, when I finally learned how to love myself, everything about me changed. Love, the Princess. Let's see. Where's one that I've tabbed? Oh, they're back. Okay, so this one says, Fairy Godmother says. It says, you deserve so much more than you've been given, so don't you dare forget to tend to yourself. Take time to sweep your corners, dust off your bookshelves, shake out your rugs, and make your windows shine. Create a safe space for yourself to go when it feels like the whole world has turned against you. It's the only thing you'll ever truly be able to count on. They came back, so it's gonna be loud again. I'm so sorry. And just like this one. So we're gonna do the regular and the Fairy Godmother says. So it says, where does she go whenever she's feeling deeply, deeply blue? Up into the clouds, filling her head with fanciful ideas of what her future looks like. The clear sky, a handsome man in a suit, a house with walls wide enough for the children to run down. Her biggest mistake is forgetting herself along the way. Fairy godmother says, you are limitless. You can have the lipstick, you can have the sword. So they're just like little fun poetry, like poems, you know. That was it for that one. Okay, next is Homebody by Ruby Carr. I read this one on my niece's birthday when we went to the pool once, and I was tired of being in the lazy river and it was hot. And I just started reading it. So Homebody is a collection of raw, honest conversations with one's self, basically. And the back says, after feeling disconnected for so long, my mind and body are finally coming back to each other. Homebody. Right? So let's find a rando quote that I liked. Honestly, I'm just like exposing myself to you guys. It says, okay. The land sprawled its limbs and said, put your feet up. The tree said, we will give you life. The air said, breathe me in. The earth said, take care of what takes care of you. And we turned our backs on all of them. Betrayal. So I guess forgetting about earth. A man can't give you anything I can't give myself. Things I wish I could tell a younger me. Let's see. Oh, that one looks pretty. And then this one says, I want a parade, I want music, I want confetti. I want a marching band for the ones surviving in silence. I want a standing ovation for every person who wakes up and moves towards the sun when there's a shadow pulling them back on the inside. Which, iconic. But anyway, so that was it for Homebody. I just don't want the video to be like 3 hours long. And then I have another Ruby Carr book, and it's The Sun and Her Flowers. She's a little chunky. This one is a vibrant, transcendent journey about growth and healing. That's what it says. The back of this one says, this is the recipe of life, said my mother, as she held me in her arms as I wept. Think of those flowers you plant in the garden each year. They will teach you that people too must wilt, fall, root, rise in order to bloom. So let's find a random one. I'm trying to find like short ones because some of these are like really long. So it says, this place makes me the kind of exhausted that has nothing to do with sleep and everything to do with the people around me. Introvert. Let's see. Another short one. Those are all kind of long. When the world comes crashing at your feet, it's okay to let others help pick up the pieces. If we're present to take part in your happiness when your circumstances are great, we are more than capable of sharing your pain. Let's see. Is this one short? Oh, that one's long. I'm trying to find ones that I tabbed that are freaking short, but they're all pretty long. My mother sacrificed her dreams so I could dream. And that's true because my mom had to, like, my parents had to leave everything behind, their family and everything, to move to the US to give my brother and I a future, like a brighter future. So that's true. And that's The Sun and Her Flowers. Honestly, if I had to choose one of the Ruby Carr ones, I'd choose Homebody. And if I had to choose just one of the Amanda Lovelace, I'd choose Shine Your Icy Crown. But that's my preference. And then the last book I have is called All Along You Were Blooming, and it is a celebration of hope with an encounter of grace, a restoration of the heart, a healing of wounds, and an anthem of freedom. So, like I said, it's also tabbed. This one's more like cutesy, like with backgrounds, and like she's different. Oh my god, these are all super long. Like, how do I find a short one? Okay, let's see this one. It says, it's okay to long for past days. It is natural to feel the imprint of what was, for all you lost is still a part of you. These memories carved their way into your heart, and you do not know how to recover its original form. And even when you try, you cannot shake the old feelings. Her words, those photographs. But now, even here, after all of these years, you are free to remember while also moving onward on this path filled with light, even if your earliest steps are small. I'm trying to find like a short one. Like another short one to like read you guys, you know, real quick. Okay, I guess this one. Perhaps the tears that welled in your eyes today were a way of letting it all go, a way of releasing what kept you from flying above the hills that once held you back. So that was the last poetry book. If you guys have any other recommendations of like poetry books that are like not about heartbreak and love, that they're about other human emotions, please let me know. Like I said, those poetry books are still good, but those are not the only like human emotions, or the only like, you know, life is not just about the significant other, which they are a big part of it, you know, but so are your friends, your families, yourself, and the community and everything. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.